Hey there, everybody, and welcome back to Black Arrow Gaming. I'm Bob, back for another brand new Age of Wonders Advanced Strategy series. In this one, we're upping the ante a little bit. I am taking on a challenge that was harder than what I was originally planning to do. In the last series, I fought five brutal AI opponents alongside my brother Adam. In this series, I'm going to try to do the same thing by myself. This is a fairly standard map setup, no crazy realm features here. I considered the idea of doing a random game, like just kind of mega random on almost everything, but I kind of just wanted a bit more of a normal, straight up challenge for this one. We might save that for a future series, but yeah, I have my map settings up on the screen here probably. You should be able to see those now if I remembered to edit this in post. But yeah, most of the settings that I've got are just like turning off control of allied vassals and some other stuff like that. This is a straight up game of conquest. There are no magic victory options or anything like that. I just have to defeat my opponents. It is a land map, so there's not going to be a whole lot of water, which should make things potentially a bit more challenging for me because it should make it easier for the AI to get to me. The only other thing of note is that Eldritch Shadow Realms are on. I probably will have that on for most of my series because it's honestly a lot of fun. As for my build here, that's kind of the central feature of the series, is to showcase the new Oath-sworn culture or Oath-bound culture, whatever they're called. But I guess it's Oathsworn. I'm playing as the Righteousness variant of this. Considered the Harmony one, but went with Righteous for this specific playthrough. I am the Lizard Folk. We are hardy, so we have some extra health. Bulwark, defense mode grants plus defense and resistance, 2 of each, and then fast recuperation. This one is a fairly obvious pick for the Oath-sworn culture, mostly because of their ability to go on defense. Their Honor Guard can do it as an attack, and their like racial spell that they start with, or cultural spell, allows them to go on defense. A group of units in a 1 hex area. So you can do a lot of aggressive defense with these guys. Bulwark's an easy pick for Oathsworn. As for these two, though, you can maybe see where I'm going with additional health and additional health regen. Some of you who are familiar with the game might see where I'm going with this, but basically, this build is all about being really, really healthy. Regenning a lot of health really fast, hopefully to a rate that the enemy just can't keep up with. I've tested it before off camera, very powerful in the late game. I just have to get there, and then hopefully we can showcase just how good this build really can be. Devotees of Good makes sense for Righteousness Oathsworn, bonuses for getting good alignment, so I'll be focusing on that. And then the last one would be the Artifact Hoarders, which is fairly obvious for a dragon. It's a good choice for dragon leaders because it allows you to double up on any gold you get from your hoard as mana. So you get the base. I think it's the same amount of mana as you do gold from your dragon hoard. Very, very useful. And then that's it. Let's jump into the gameplay here. Of course, we do start with Mantra Purification and the Counterstand spell, which is the one I was talking about earlier. Just couldn't remember the name of. Let's see what we've got to work with here. So let's start off with, I did get a good start. Okay, so sometimes when you start with these guys, you might get like just 3 melee units. I actually did get a Vow Keeper, which is very nice. You don't always start with this, so that's pretty cool. And otherwise, everything is normal. I'm starting with a pretty small number of units. We're going to want to expand quickly and aggressively here, so let's see what we got. I think with these guys, a lot of times, I like going for production early. Invest in that early so you can get that town hall up quickly, and that means going for farms. A lot of these guys step benefits from farms. Workshops, farms, training hall is farm. Storehouse, of course, and shrine, and that's quarry and forester. But these two in particular are quite important, especially in the early game. With Oathsworn, you really want to crank out those honor guards as quickly as you can. Ideally get a pretty sizable group of them before you build anything else. They're just that good. I am going to start with the workshop because it gives both production and draft. That seems most immediately useful, and we're going to try to expand our way towards a farm ASAP. I'll probably go for those sheep there, so I don't really need to worry about clearing anything. I did want to mention that my dragon himself is a collector. I picked this. I struggled between this and a couple others, but I settled on this one just because Binding Essence is something that when you play as a dragon, you don't really have an unlimited supply of that because you're kind of trying to hang on to your items, because they're always, they're contributing to your dragon horde. But equipment mastery is also pretty useful for this build because this dragon will eventually have natural regeneration. So he'll be regenerating 10% of his hit points that he entered the battle with per turn. So that I added it up. Dragons don't have a ton of slots, but they do have 5. So it's a little easier to succeed to fill this one. Maybe not as good of a benefit afterwards because you are limited on the number of equipment slots, but it's still in total up to 20 health, 4 times 5 slots. And that's noteworthy. So that's kind of why I went with Collector for Dovahkiin here. All right, we are playing in Skyrim, by the way. I'm the Argonians, so we're gonna the Argonians of Riften are rising up. They're tired of this Civil War crap, and they're just gonna take over Skyrim themselves. Let's make a move over here. I do want to find my city-state ally. A good way to look at that is to think about that is to just look at the roads. I think that's a battle that I can do fine with just my starting units. Especially having a dragon, they're pretty powerful starting units. Oh, I want to make sure I build, obviously we want to build Honor Blade. So, dragons are pretty solid starting units, but my dragon is a ritualist. So, they are a little bit glassy. Oh, okay, I have a choice to make here. Do I go for the cartographer's tent, which will guaranteed tell me where my friendly city is? Or do I go for just straight down the road and possibly meet the friendly city? I think I'm going to take one more step. We'll see if we can see any borders. No. All right, I'm going to go ahead and go for that cartographer's tent just to guaranteed find my free city early. There is a banner up there. That's notable. We want to level up our dragon quickly. And a prestigious statue right there. I can't clear that yet. That's a little too tough, probably. But if I can get to it quickly, might not be too bad. These guys do have the Demonkin transformation, though. What the heck? What the heck am I even looking at here? Oh, it's a frog skeleton, I think. I thought this was some weird hat. All right. Okay, well, I guess we just go for these guys. And oh, there's an infestation over here. Okay, good. We want to find those early. I am going to split Dovahkiin off here. This is a low-risk battle. Let's go ahead and do the first one manually, as is tradition. I'm going to hop in here and see how my units fare. So, I have a very specific build for this that's designed to allow me to get exactly the tomes that I need when I need them for this very particular build. Which is why my dragon has lesser dragon breath of poison. I am not really a fan, because it used to be ritualist dragons had to be nature. I think that was the only one that was a ritualist. Maybe order, but I don't remember for sure. But now you can split it up. So I could have been a ritualist dragon with any type of breath and claw attack that I wanted. But I needed the nature affinity for this particular build. That just 1 point of nature affinity was quite important. Let's see, this guy can make it to the dragon, so we're gonna actually block him off. Try to get the Vow Keeper, I guess put you over there, and then leave this guy in a position where they might go after him. I'm gonna be okay with that. If they do, I can... Okay, I'm gonna leave him back here just one more step, and we'll see what they do. I want to get them to go after that polearm unit, but the range guys will probably hang back, and I kind of wanted him to be able to charge in at them. We'll see what they do with this setup, actually. I've already moved them. I should have put this guy next to the polearm to give an extra resistance against their attacks. He'll be okay, I think, though. Okay. Distracted, flanked. Yeah, they're going to take a bit of a beating here. That's okay. Now I can get aggressive. So these guys have a very good healing ability, in my opinion. Vow Healing is awesome. I'm going to save it for a second here, because I'm going to need it on these guys. We're going to go ahead and do... yeah, we're going to do a defensive strike on them. they take a decent bit of damage. Now I can pop that healing off. And right there, yeah, that looks good. And then my dragon can fly over here. And I could do a cone breath attack. And soften these guys up. It's just, the dragon's pretty weak. Okay, the pikeman cannot get to the dragon on this turn. So, dragon's safe at the moment. And that's all I can do for everybody else. These guys, I'm gonna have them, you know what, free attacks. Let's get some sundered defense on these guys. Alright. And I think I don't really need counter stance here. They might throw something at that guy, but I don't think they're going to do a whole lot of damage, and he's got temporary hit points anyway, so I don't think spending mana on counter stance here is strictly necessary. And the dragon should be fine against just those 2 support units. Yeah, he'll be alright. Alright. We're good. Okay. I don't have anybody that needs a status effect dispelled, so I'm just going to move up with these guys and probably finish them off so the melee guys can chase down the range units in the back here. I'm going to hide him in the bushes, so he's close to the enemy but still hard to hit. And I'm going to put my dragon right here. We're kind of trying to box this guy in so he can't really leave. Okay, that looks good to me. Yeah, this guy can't... Oh, I guess he can leave because he could go behind the dragon. He'll just take a hit from the honor guard on the way out. I don't think there's a need to spend mana here. We're gonna let it be. They're just gonna heal. Okay. Dragon is distracted. He took a decent chunk of damage there, so we might want to make sure he's okay. Let's get you here. And then I would like these guys to sort of chase him down, and then we'll let the Sundering guy go after him. Or the Sworn Guard. I call them the Sundering guys sometimes because that's just the only really useful thing they do. They're a polearm with nothing special about them except that they can sunder defense. And now we can actually, I was going to say pin this guy in, but we just straight up smack him to death. Alright. Wand of Lightning Strike and 66 gold. That's handy. We'll take it. Because I can just turn around and give that to my dragon. I actually didn't even look at what... Okay, so he started with Demolisher and True Sight. And now he has a Wand of Lightning Strike. That's actually really nice to get on turn 1. I'll take it. And then off onto his abilities. So, this dragon's main role is going to be to serve as a healer. However, since I started with a healer, what I do with this build is I do one of 2 things. If I start with the Vowkeeper, I go for the Tail Swipe. I don't bother with the Dragon Breath. Poison is one of my least favorite damage elements. But I do like the Tail Swipe, particularly that defense mode one, because my dragon benefits from Bulwark. If I did not start with the healer, I would go straight down this line here. But because I do have that Vowkeeper, we're going to get Tail Swipe. It is a very, very powerful ability, especially when you get that defense mode one. We're going to take that. And just got to make sure we take good care of that Vowkeeper. I didn't get any food bonus out of that, so I'm not going to be able to heal very quickly. Although my guys do have the fast regeneration, so I'm going to go ahead. Let's explore just a little bit closer to Haunted Boneyard, see what we're up against. We got... Okay, that's going to be active in 9+ turns, so I don't really need to worry about them right now. There's not a huge hurry on that. I don't want to rush out there. That is just zombies and a tier 2 Bone Wyvern. I actually don't think there's a need to go back and heal. I think my army can stay out here. With natural regeneration, they should recover health quickly enough to be perfectly effective in that fight. Plus, I have healing, so I think I'm not going to turn around right now. I'm going to keep moving towards the enemy. And then as for my first spell, I want to go with Inner Mastery pretty much every time, mostly for that 20% healing received in combat. It just stacks with all the other healing stuff that I'm going for very, very nicely. So that's the first one I always go for. Alright, we'll close that. And end the turn, I think. I need to remember... Oh, okay. Well, for now, I'll just manually quick save at the end of the turns. I turned off the auto save at one point. So hopefully we don't have any crashes. Alright, so Haunted Graveyard's the only thing. And again, I got that polearm. He can deal with the Bone Wyvern very well. Let's see where my friendly city is. I'm glad I grabbed that. They're not in a direction I would have expected because there's no road going down there. So I'm going to have my scout do an about face just to make sure I go meet them. Looks like they have a tranquility pool, so that would be nice to have. Yeah, yeah, that would have taken me a while to find them. I'm glad I picked that up. Alright, that's your job. Make sure you go meet them. And I don't have enough for the farm yet, so we'll have to wait on that. The question is, can I get by this battle with my units in the current shape that they are? Probably. The zombies aren't really that bad at all. They're pretty garbage units. The wyvern is the only thing that's remotely scary here. I think we're fine. I think we're fine to take this. Yeah, we're fine. As long as there's no hidden units in there, maybe when I get closer I can tell. Nope, we are definitely good here. These units do not actually have to be in the stack with the dragon at the moment. They just need to be close enough to participate in the battle, and then I might have them go turn around for some heals. I want them to get back to the capital quickly because I see just on the edges of my border some pickups in that forest that I'm probably going to want. So once they're done there, I want them to get back and go south probably. There is a production resource stash out there too. I'll have to fight something to get that, but I'm gonna need some heals here in a bit. All right, well, let's go ahead and do another manual combat here and get a clear on another infestation very quickly. We're gonna want everybody to bunch up because I'm gonna want to get that healing off as soon as I can. Oh, my dragon's also got that lightning wand now too, which is pretty cool. Alright, let's go ahead and use their healing now, Vow of Healing, just to top off everyone's health. And I want to lure that dragon, or wyvern, into charging that polearm, which I think will work from there. I wouldn't mind luring a zombie to charge in at this guy either. They could take a hit from a zombie just fine, especially in defense mode. I need to remember defense mode is important. The dragon I'm just going to leave in a position where you can hopefully catch a line of units off guard. This thing will go after them almost for sure. So I might leave my dragon down there to help deal with that. Yeah, I think that's the right play. Go here. Leave everyone in defense. Bulwark is great for that. You can just reliably let things charge into you. Okay, everything went pretty much exactly where I was expecting it to. Won't be able to do like a big, huge damage with the lightning bolt in this setup, but I will be able to very easily kill everything that's threatening me here. So we're gonna take that thing down. I think I can probably kill these guys with a flank attack. No, I can't. It's fine. I can soften them up enough that these guys won't really have to worry about damage. And if I can land the full hit here, they're just dead. Okay, good. Got it. For you guys, I will just do a regular attack. They are decaying. The zombies will come in. They'll take damage from decaying. Zombies will take counterattack damage. What's my mana at? 48. Kind of limited on mana right now, so we'll take the health damage. We're going to go back and heal in my territory after this turn anyway, so I'll just end my turn there. And then we can come here. And just curious how much damage that does. I'm not going to use it because I'll hit my own guy, but how much damage does that do compared to Tail Swipe. Tail Swipe is more powerful. Okay. Dragon has leveled up again, which means we unlocked the better Tail Swipe. Also got a Hunter Spider mount, a tier 3. That's going straight to the arsenal. That's pretty good. Wand of Provocation. Another tier 2 item. Wow, we're already got quite a bit of extra stuff. And then a Noble Aegis. I don't really think I'll ever use that with the dragon. It's ritualist, so I don't really want to provoke things into attacking it, but cool. I think that makes... Wow, I've already got... And the Dragon Claw's a tier 4. I just need a tier 2 ring, and this guy will have his equipment mastery already done. I'm off to a really good start with him. So yeah, let's just equip that Wand of Provocation. He's already getting bonus health from his items, too. I think that's that. I'm not sure. Oh, that's the health regen, not the max health. I should be getting... let's see, 4 from that, and then 2 from each of these. So, yeah, Dragon should have 10 more health than he would normally have already. And I get the better defense mode version of Tail Swipe. Alright. That gives me some valuable damage output here early in the game. Honor Blade's now 3 turns away. Honestly, I could probably push these guys a little further and clear something else. Their health is doing alright. They're regenerating quickly enough. I might want to... Okay, I can't clear that probably. There's a few too many units on that. I'll have to come back later. This would give me production when I clear it. That would finish the workshop and allow me to... Because once the workshop gets boosted, which will be on the next turn from a farm, that'll allow me to go straight into a training hall pretty quickly. So I think I am going to stay out here with these guys. They're not going back to heal. I'm going to push them a little bit further. Yeah. That looks good to me. Okay. I think that's all for that turn. No spells to cast yet. Still waiting on Inner Mastery there. But yeah, that's not a very scary fight at all right there. That's a pretty easy one, so we'll take it while we can get it. This guy is just flying through Renown already. Have an item equipped for 5 turns. Okay, never mind. That actually moves along pretty slow, but I'll get that one fast, I think. Just need to find a tier 2 ring somewhere. Alright, another probably need to do manual combat for this one. But I do have that better version of Tail Swipe, which is going to make it easier for me to actually deal damage with this guy. What is the cooldown on this? That's a cooldown of 2, so there's no harm in using this early. Just to top everybody off. Okay. Wonder how far is the reach on this thing? Far enough to zap something. I don't know if I want to use it just on one wolf, though. Let's see if we can get that wolf to charge into those guys. Move them here. I think that blocks them a little more effectively, yeah. Alright, and then these guys are going to come running around. They don't have charge. Yeah, so I'm fine with letting them come barreling into my melee guys. We'll just set up like this with the melee guys in front. And all they've managed to do is get through the temporary hit points, so I'm fine with that. Oh, I didn't realize that crow could get to my, to that guy in the back there. That's alright. These guys are going to need to hold out. They've got a lot of stuff on them, so I need to go soften up those wolves, I think. Yeah. That's going to be a Tail Swipe. Let's mess these guys up a little bit. Lower their damage output. That also should have canceled the retaliation. It did. I'm going to get this bird off of them. Going to move... they can't actually really do anything here, can they? Because, well, they can if I defensive strike. Yeah. Now is probably when I want to defensive strike that crow. And then that lets you hit somebody with a spell. Alright. The only person who... he's in defense mode. So even if everybody gangs up on him, I think he'll be okay. The crow... the wolves both go after the dragon. The dragon's going to be fine. The only one who's in any amount of trouble here, I think, because the wolves probably aren't going to go after him, is this guy. If everybody gangs up on him, he could take a decent amount of damage. So I think in this case, I'm going to do Mantra of Purification just to make sure his health is nice and high. Okay. I was wondering if that wolf might run around and go for the flank on my pole arms there, but he did not, so we're good. Soften you up. Finish you off. And dragon can finish them off. And you can end the battle. There we go. Very powerful units for the Oathsworn early in the game. Honor Guards in particular are just absolutely incredible. Okay, I'm going to... oh, nuts. I did make a slight mistake here. I think I have to take this reward, though. I want to go back and expand my city. I may have... yeah, dang it, I wasted some production there. I should have done this first. Taken the farm there. And go for the trading hall. Oh, I think it carried over. Okay, it's down to 1 turn, so... yeah, I think the surplus carried over. That's good. Some of it, I was thinking some of it may have been wasted because I didn't boost the, what's the stone basin? No, that's the second one you build. The storehouse, I think, or, no, not the storehouse. Whatever the production one is that I built, I didn't boost that prior to it with a farm, prior to getting the production boost with a farm. That picks me up the sheep, so I'll grow a little bit faster. Training hall is done, or almost done. Honor blade is good. Can't, again, I'm not quite confident enough to take those guys, so I think it's time to head back and go for some of those other resource pickups. There's one down here. Wonder what that has on it. We'll send the dragon down there. Should have a little bit better sight because of his flying. That's a doable fight, if we can get to it. Although I'm going to run out of buildings that I can boost with just 1 farm. It might be more production than I really need at the moment, unless I use Imperium to attract more population. What else have we got over here? A mana node. There is a Watchtower. I would kind of like to get a view on what else is around here. I might go for the Watchtower with the dragon and then get that circling back. Maybe I'll spend 15 Imperium just to boost the city's growth a little bit and get off to a faster start. Okay, let's do that. I want to grab that Watchtower to get a view on what's out here. I actually should have zoomed out to see where am I in terms of the broader map. Okay, I'm south, so I expect enemies to be pretty much all around me. Again, there's 5 of them, so they'll probably be scattered up here to the north. I am a little worried about the corners. This Watchtower here will let me keep an eye on that eastern side of the map a little bit more effectively. So I may not have to worry about it as much. I also want to pick that up. You need to get down to where you can meet them. I think this looks like the fastest path, probably. Okay, that is guarded, but it's nothing I can't handle. And then there's a knowledge stash there. That's what that one is. Okay. As for you guys, probably want to take that on with the dragon's help. They're still regenerating health, which is great in the early game. You just kind of keep powering through. Don't know if I want to bother with that mana one. The wild speakers are a little scary because they just bring an extra unit into the battle. So I don't think I want to try to take that with just the 4 of these guys, but I am pretty sure I could take this just fine. So I think I'll grab the Watchtower and then hit the production thing with the dragon on the way back. Might take Imperium to boost something else. We'll see. We'll see how the production pans out. Keep going to click spell and remembering I don't actually have a spell that I can cast. Okay, we take this. Got a nice view over here. We can see an umbral rift So I'm sure that'll be a big mess later in the game. Some nice area for a city out here, actually. There are a lot of resource nodes. While my dragon's out here, I might want to drop down an outpost. What's a good spot here? I try to avoid putting them onto things like mana nodes, because those allow you to make more uncommon research upgrade structures. Research and conduits and stuff like that. Let's see, if I keep this city here and kind of expand more in this direction, maybe a little bit more south. I'm thinking this spot that the dragon's on wouldn't be bad. There's nothing in particular special there other than the Watchtower. Or going here would allow me to sort of block off and claim that cave entrance as well as whatever's underneath it. I think I want the cave entrance one, just to block that off now. How much close am I to this? So this first outpost is just going to have to be done the old-fashioned way before I can get the discount on them from the Materium. So I think that's what we'll do, is we'll fly here, build an outpost there. It's also right next to the training halls, which is kind of nice. And like I said, just a lot of other nodes here. This is a little bit further north. Yeah, I think this spot's good. I think we'll take this one. All right, and then I can move Dragon back down here. This gives everyone one more turn to heal. Hopefully that doesn't power up on the next turn. I am going to leave these guys here. They're already back to full health, so there's no reason to... I just need to keep them within... There's no reason to take them back to the capital. I just need to keep them within range of the dragon, so we can move down a little further. And hopefully I can grab that on the next turn. And I'll remember to grow the city's borders first. I just need to plan out what I'm going to get next. Probably will claim another farm, I think. Maybe on the tile with the quarry. I'll change that to a mine later in the game because farms are easy to get, but for now I would take the production. So we're just going to go straight for the stonemason and go all in on getting a lot of production so we can get our buildings up quickly. So yeah, stonemason it is. Should have the honor guard or honor blade ready to go on the next turn. Okay, and I'll meet my friends on the next turn as well. Okay. I am a little bit worried on this one. Just the number of enemies I'm up against is quite a bit more than I've ever fought on my own, even in off-camera games. Maybe I should consider practicing these extreme challenges in the off-camera games first, but normally I just practice my builds in a free-for-all mode. Alright. So these are my fraternal... Yeah, these are the Dragonborn Argonians, okay. Inspect them, we'll give them our Whispering Stone. We also just finished Inner Mastery, so let's go ahead and start casting that. And I don't really need Focus Aim. I was kind of hoping for something a little more useful, particularly Empowered Strikes, but I don't really have the mana to shuffle research right now, so I guess we'll just take Focus Aim. It'll be useful later in the game, so I'm eventually going to pick that up. It's just not really useful now. Empowered Strikes is a much better enchantment to get early on. Alright, this did not power up, so let's go for another low-risk battle. Again, manual combat with this one. We've got to try to save our unit's health as much as possible to stretch them as far as they can go. Gotta say, though, this fast regen in the early game is really, really nice to have. And it'll be nice in the late game, too, with this particular build. Let's get these guys up here. We don't need to worry about healing right now. Alright. So the defenders, Dawn Defenders, nothing special. Pretty basic shield unit. I just need to watch out for the Distracted that I think it's these guys can do. Actually, that's a Sun Priest, so they can power up the Dawn Defenders and make them tougher. That's not great. Wait, did they actually awaken anybody? I don't think they did. There's no awaken buffs active. That guy's got a stack of grace, but otherwise, nothing crazy. Okay, let's, I think what I want to do is draw in the charge with the polearm like I've been doing. Just kind of the one thing they're best at. We're gonna bring these guys down here and protect the polearm so that... Why can they move so far? Are they hastened? Oh, I think it's the race they are. Yeah, they have athletics, okay. Alright, so we're gonna do that then. Can hide you in the bushes. Dragon's a little too big to hide in the bushes. And I think that's okay, right there. I'm gonna turn around in case, well, I guess being distracted doesn't matter if he's turned around or not. Alright, he did the Twin Awaken on both of them. They're gonna be a bit harder to kill now, I think. Yeah, this might be a tricky one to not lose anything on. I think I can do it, though. I don't really do... So, when you play as the Righteousness, you lose the spirit bonus spirit damage that these guys get if you attack from the flank. So flank attacks aren't really what these guys want to go after. That thing has a stack of grace, so I can't really do much damage to it. I think I am better off just trying to whittle down these shields so that I can get after those range units before things get out of hand. I'm going to go here so that I can benefit from this guy's protection. The idea is to keep that shield up on these units. I can remove his retaliation attack, which will let me sunder his defense freely without taking a hit on him. And then the dragon is going to go here, and I might hit him with the tail swipe. I think I could do better damage with that later. I think maybe for now, just some claw attacks are okay. And then for this one, did I just use that? No, I don't think I did. Maybe I did. It's cooldowns on 2 turns. I'm going to keep the defense up on these guys, and we're going to give them counter stance here. This seems like a good spot to use it. That puts everyone in defense mode and gives them an extra retaliation attack. Bulwark's coming in strong. That guy's taking a beating. But I think we're good now. These guys are pretty much toast. I do want to go ahead and give a nice big heal to everyone here. And I'm gonna get rid of him. Dragon can effectively get rid of him. Do I want to do counter stance again, or just how much damage can they actually do? If I'm defending, not a lot. So we're gonna stay in defense mode with him for one more turn. Distracted somebody, that's not great. Okay, now I can finish him off. And we can actually go after these tougher guys, or these softer guys in the back here. That guy's still got a stack of grace, so I'm going to do the bigger hit on this one, and then they go into defense mode after. And I need a small hit on him to remove grace so that they can do a bigger hit with the dragon as a follow-up. Yeah, we'll do this. This actually might be a good case to use taunt, actually, because the polearm is the weaker one. Okay, he didn't go for it. All right, in that case, I'm going to use Mantra of Purification on this guy, just to top his health off a little bit, and then get rid of that stack of grace and do some sundered defense. Really want that polearm dead. Okay, I keep thinking I need to go for flank attacks, but with these guys it's a lot of times better to just go for the basic big hits. Okay, we can soften them up. I do really, really want to get rid of this guy. I'm going to hit him with that person. These guys should be stuck there. I should have used the dragon tail swipe, but I think I'm good. I think I've got him locked down. I'm going to just back this guy off. There's no he doesn't need to be in here anymore, so. But I think both of these guys will die when they move. No, he actually didn't. Alright, well, now he's dead. There we go. A little tougher on that one. Mostly because of the awakening buffs. Alright, we get that, and once again I forgot to do what I meant to do. It doesn't matter, though. That's with this one. It was... Yeah, we're going to build a farm. That'll boost it, and it'll be almost done. So at least I didn't waste any production on this one. Let's do the farm. On the quarry, that gives me lots of production. Stonemason will be done in 2 turns. And because I'm building farms, I'm still growing fairly quickly. After this, it'll probably be a forester on that gold mine there. And then I'll kind of expand out from there. Alright. Inner mastery is... That's old news. We've already researched that. My ruler leveled up, though. And I got my first signature skill. Okay. So first what I want to do is get restore. This is going to be what the dragon is primarily useful for. And I'm going to end up going down this center line here. I like when this becomes an AoE status clear, especially because some of the other status clear stuff in the game got a little bit nerfed. This is still very good on Ritualist heroes. So I'm going to take that, and I'm also going to look at what my options are here. Now, with this one, the dragons can pick from whatever they want. It doesn't matter what their affinity is. The only limitation is that I think it's at the 2nd level when you pick like the nature, or like not the nature, but the affinity type of your dragon. Because I'm a nature dragon, I'll have a special my primal dragon option will be different. I will have a like primal nature dragon, which is what I'm going to end up going with. But for now, I could really kind of take any of these. They don't change anything. They don't give me any affinity. It's just whatever looks useful at the time. Usually I go with nature because, again, this build is all about healing. Non-base attack abilities grant a friendly unit in a 3-hex range of the target 10 temporary hit points. I think this pairs nicely with Ritualist because they have lots of non-base attack abilities. It's nice when you get like down to Undying Loyalty here because that's a free action, so it's basically a free action 10 HP heal. Astral, I think it's worth probably looking through these, but let's see. Breath attacks do more damage and can sunder resistance. Not really leading heavy into breath attacks for now. We will a little later. 20% crit chance, not using my dragon for fighting mostly, so we're not going to worry about crit chance. Retaliation, opportunity attacks deal more damage, and he gets charge resistance. Charge resistance is nice, but otherwise I'm kind of going to use this dragon more as a healer, so again, that's useful. Nature is the one that stands out. Order, adjacent friendly units get more resistance. It's okay, but I think I would rather have nature. And then shadow aspect, attacks inflict guaranteed weakened. We're going to take nature. The more healing, the better. And that does get me another signature skill, or another skill point, which I'm going to put into support abilities, now applying regeneration, and start working our way down this line as fast as we can. Alright. One more level and he gets the AoE heal, I think. So that'll be something to look forward to. And then I need to get south, probably. There's other stuff to clear, but it's a little less obvious. It might actually be better for me to stay out here, bring that honor guard out, because there's not really... Well, I could go out there and clear some of the resource pickups. I think it might be better to stick around here and start clearing things for this new city. The question is, what am I strong enough to take? This probably has 2 of the entwined thralls, or whatever that tier 1 skirmisher plant unit is. I'm sure there's 2 of them on there hiding with these bulb guys. Looks like an Ivysaur without a face. Let's see, a couple brown bears. That's probably also got some of those things hiding on it. Usually when I see plants, in a forest, I just assume there's entwined protectors. That's probably all that's sitting on this one. That's a takeable battle, and will get me some mana. I think putting resources into either finding a third city spot, because I need to expand very quickly if I'm going to have a chance of winning this game. So either putting resources and sending my army out to find a third city spot, or clearing the second one is probably the correct play. Most likely I'm not going to get these sheep down there. The city-state will probably gobble those up before I get to them. So, yeah, let's have the scout. I think I'm going to have the scout go west, see what's beyond this mountain pass, and if it's worth doing anything in there. I wouldn't mind taking my dragon. You know what? I think I'm going to take my dragon out this way. We'll go straight back out of my territory and go out this way, looking for a new city spot. It looks like there could be quite a bit of open land out there, and it would let me set up. I think I like this mountain pass here, and it would let me get some border cities to protect my capital. So I guess the question is, do I want to try to take something else out before I leave? Anything else I want to clear here? I hadn't really peeked down there. There's another ancient wonder down there. So I got a bronze ancient wonder down there and a silver one on the surface. I can't really dream of clearing those right now, but good to know they're there. This I can't clear. That's too hard because, holy crap, I can't fight that yet. Can't clear that yet. Can't clear that yet. There's a lot of stuff here that I just need to come back later with better stuff. It's also going to take time to upgrade that outpost and actually turn it into a city. So I think the correct play is to just go back now and start looking for another spot for an outpost. All right, and then we'll send this guy out ahead to scout a little bit. He probably doesn't need to worry about running into anything just yet. I say that, but I'm sure something will happen. I don't need pacification yet. I'm not sure if I'll end up taking it. In fact, right now I don't want it because I need that Imperium, since I'm already working on another city out there. I am going to go ahead and queue up another honor guard. And I think that's... Oh, hang on. Oh, I forgot about my scout here. Yeah, we need to send you back. I'll have you loop around this way a little bit. Okay, good. There's a road over there you can use. Alright, now we're at the end of the turn. I haven't dropped a save in a while. I'm really paranoid about crashes in this game, although it's usually worse in the multiplayer. I have had it at bad times in single player. Alright, one more turn till city growth. Yeah, we'll hold off and get the forester when it pops up, becomes available. Yeah, normally I would run out for those resource pickups, but I think cities are more important right now. Can I take that? That's a lot of tier 1 units. They do have the Demonkin transformation, but I don't think that really helps them. They have a little bit of blight resistance, but they have pretty severe spirit weakness, and that is something that I can do a decent amount of. So I think I'm going to go ahead and clear that and take the Imperium while I'm on my way through here. 1, 2, 3. We always want to leave these guys near one another. In fact, I might be able to get that and this on the next turn. I think I might need a turn of healing after this battle. We'll see. For now, I'm going to leave you here, so that everyone's kind of together. We'll get this guy over to the road so you can use that to pass through here, although he's kind of getting body blocked by other stuff. Alright, the question now becomes, do I want to wait for this? No, I don't. That's still 3 turns away, so I'm going to go ahead and build the palisade walls. Will take 3 turns. Yeah, let's go ahead and take the palisade walls. I'll get those done, and then in 3 turns I'll be able to unlock this if I play my Imperium correctly. Okay, I think that's good. We're still picking Honor Blade. We're working on Inner Grace. Everything looks alright. Alright, now we get another upgrade. Ah, okay, I don't know if I want to... Get block production in Riften for 2 turns and receive gold. Or I could do it for devotion. It's probably worth it for the devotion and for... Because I got kind of a late start with these guys finding them. I will go ahead and accept this. It's just 2 turns, it's not terrible. And I did just finish what I was working on. So we'll just do produce merchandise for a couple turns. And I can grab the forester here. What am I going to end up building next? That's actually probably a better question, because the city's still going to grow. It's going to be darn close to finishing. It'll be pretty close to leveling up. I might go straight Hall of Devotion and then go into the O Square. So what I'm thinking here is, instead of a forester to fast track a storehouse or something like I normally would, I might want to do the mine, because the forester, it does give me a little food, but the production it gives doesn't do me any good, whereas the mine gives me 15 gold per turn right now, which is still useful for making units. I think I'm going to take the mine, because eventually I'm going to put a mine there anyway. Foresters are much easier to pick up. You can grab those wherever, so... that looks good to me. And this honor blade is so close to being done that I'll probably just... Yeah, we'll spend the 6 gold to just get him out. Alright, let's see. I want you here, I think. This will make this an easier battle. And pull everybody in. We'll do a manual combat here. One of my guys is a little beat up. Oh yeah, that was a Sworn Guard. They got the crap beaten out of him. That makes sense. Alright, I think we'll be okay. This might be a tougher battle than I'm anticipating, but I think I trust in that spirit damage. I do want to patch this guy up, though. So we're going to have him go there. Go here. My dragon can actually patch things up now, too, with Restore. So I have 2 different healing options. Although I think for this first one I am going to use... Well, actually, no, I want her to keep that AoE heal on hand. His is still a single target, so it makes more sense for my dragon to get that regen on him now, and then that can start building up over time, and we can save this person's healing. They do have a battle mage in the back. It's fire guys. The rest is mostly pretty basic units, skeleton archers and warriors. Nothing really scary about them. It's just their demonkin transformations. A little early to be running into that. Alright, archers are moving up, but we've got lots of tree cover we can take advantage of, so that's probably what I'm going to do. I need to be careful with my dragon because he'll just break the trees. I believe they are obscured now, I think. Does it actually tell you that somewhere? I think they're standing in a tree. It's kind of hard to tell, though. We're going to get these guys over here and close some distance. In fact, going to do that pretty much all around. Yeah, because I kind of want... I want those archers to get close, but I also want to be hard to hit. So I'm going to do that for now. I will send... I kind of want to... Okay, this will work. I want to have this mage guarding somebody, but also from cover, preferably. This is a pretty good setup. Everyone's either obscured or guarded by a mage. Oh, crap, I forgot about this guy. Okay, bring him up. Alright. We do have 3 honor guards now, so this should be a perfectly doable fight. Okay, they're firing into the trees, missing and grazing. Good, good, good. That went pretty well. Except for the whole being set on fire thing. A minor inconvenience. I could now send my dragon out. I could do either a lightning bolt from here and hit multiple units with it, or a tail swipe and lock down 2 archers, which probably is the better play, but you got to be careful with this guy. While he does go into defense mode and gets a lot of extra defense from it, he's still a ritualist at its core. It's not a very powerful fighter dragon, but I think I will be okay here. I'm going to do just a lot of damage to those archers. I think it's worth it. Yeah, he'll be alright with Bulwark, because that triggers defense mode, so now he's got 8 defense and resistance. They aren't going to be able to kill that. I can get this guy in the fight, just barely. Soften him up, and I could probably finish him off. This might kill if I sunder defense. Let me go get into these guys up in their face. In fact, I could actually kill this archer right here. That way he can't get away, and then I could defense strike. Which one of these guys do I want to hit? Probably them. Alright, and then I'll move you up. I'm gonna see if I can kill him with this guy. I think he's dead. Yep, he's dead. Manage to sunder defense, and then we'll soften the archers up so nobody's in any real danger here now. In turn. This is actually going really well. Because now all their damage output's pretty softened up. Alright. Then it's just a matter of finishing them off. Come here. Get you in the back. Alright, that was actually pretty easy. Not too bad at all. Should be able to just carry right on and go after this. I do see magic materials out there. The banner is of particular interest. Always want to level up my dragon. Let's move you guys forward. 2, 3. I could actually do this fight on this turn if I wanted to. How are we looking on health? We'll be fine. That's an easy fight. Oh, I'm seeing a lot of resource nodes out here too. It's promising. Promising spot for another city. Okay, wow, that guy looks like the most horrifying version of the Joker that I've ever seen. We definitely want the good guy option here. Ooh, is that a tier 2 ring? It is a tier 2 ring. I think I just completed my dragon's... Oh, I also just got food. It wasn't a lot, though. But I think I just completed my dragon's major ambition. Yep. Already got equipment mastery. All right. And I spoke incorrectly earlier. Now I'm getting the bonus health from equipment mastery. It wasn't applying earlier because I hadn't unlocked it yet. So, but now I am. Although it's still not telling me where the health is exactly coming from there. I'm not going to actually do this, but let's say I unequipped that, it would lower it down to 133. So now I'm actually getting health from that like I should be. But of course we don't want to unequip that. Keep that ring right where it's at. Also, items that are equipped on your dragon still do count towards your dragon horde, so that's pretty cool. The ones on heroes don't. But the ones that your dragon themselves is using do. Let's see here. Dang. Okay, can't do anything about that for a while. There's a strange balance here of things that are just way too hard for me to clear and things that are fine. Okay, I already know about those. What if I unlocked here? So I'm already at level 3. And getting the wizard tower bonuses. I got the 20 food bonus, acquiring new population costs 20% less food. So my city will grow pretty quickly. I would like to get that last one for the extra rank, but wait, hang on a second. Let me check something. Did I just read that correctly? Because +1 rank, okay. For a second I thought it just said units from the capital are recruited at gold rank, like period, and I was like, okay, that's a little crazy, but no, it's just 1 extra rank. Alright, well, I want to stretch out and explore out here a little bit more, but I am not confident enough to go away from my army yet, so we're gonna just explore a little further, but do so cautiously. These guys, some of them could actually move forward further. In fact, I'm probably going to do that just to stretch out a little bit. 2. Really want to see what's around here. Ooh, okay, I see a temple here. I like that temple because I like the unit you get from the Rally of Lieges out of it, the Blessed Soul. I don't really have a shield unit in my build, so picking one up is not a bad idea. And the Blessed Souls are a decent shield unit. They're not the best, but they're good enough. I'm thinking maybe a city around this hilltop over here. We'll see. We'll have to see what other stuff is in the area when I get closer. Ooh, hey, there's a... Ooh, I bet I could get that in my capital. Yeah, there's some nice stuff through that mountain pass over there that I'm definitely interested in. To come back for that later. Then we can peek and see what's down here. Mostly with the cave entrances, like I kind of like to throw outposts on those quickly, because I don't like it when underground city-states start expanding their borders up through them, and they just take up land that you were planning to use. Not a fan, so yes, I know we got the major ambition. Devotion changed, I'm now adherent, so I'll do more spirit damage on my attacks. Let's drop another quick save just in case, and head to the next turn. All things considered, I think this is a pretty solid start. Which I needed, considering what I'm up against. So I can still clear that, I think. Yeah, alright, let's do that, just to grab a little surplus of mana, if nothing else. In fact, I'm going to move all of them up here, I think. That way they can just all start together. I might be at a point now where this is a safe battle. I may be able to auto and save a little bit of time. Don't need to do every single one individually, although I am, for now, going to turn off casting spells in combat. And we'll see how that guys do. If they take a bunch of damage, nah, they were fine. No trouble at all. Robe of Resistance, alright. We'll remember that for a future hero. That's as far as those guys can move for now. Probably can't take a Zephyr Archer and a bunch of those guys at the same time yet. I mean, this at this point in the game is a conceivable battle, but it would be difficult. That one is probably not conceivable. I'm not ready to fight a tier 4 unit quite yet. Although these honor guards do punch above their weight class pretty well. I think what I want to do is go for that tower out there. But I can't reach it with my dragon on this turn, so 2, 3, we just make sure that he's in range of his friends, and then I will go as far as I can from there. Yeah, once I get that, I should know where I want to plant another city, and then I'll drop the outpost. That'll actually be perfect timing, because on the next turn I will be able to get the cheaper outposts. So, and I will be able to further upgrade my other one. As for you, go south, grab that Watchtower. We're really after Watchtowers right now. I need to see what's around me. Also, Riften gets another province annexation. I could grab another gold mine and really lean heavily into gold. I have one more turn before I can produce anything, so I'm still making merchandise for one turn. The town hall is boosted, and I'm growing again in 3 turns. So yeah, I think here I take another gold mine, I think. I kind of like that. What other options do I have? Mostly foresters up this way, some quarries. More quarries are always good, but I kind of just tend to take things as I need them. But the mines are always something that I try to get, particularly in the late game. So let's invest a little bit more in gold. Get another gold mine, because I don't actually need any other city upgrade structures yet. Inner Mastery is ready. I actually probably should have cast that first. I always do these things out of order. People have mentioned that to me in the comments before, and I continue to make the same mistake because I have a habitual way of clicking through all these notifications that I always do. Alright. Those guys will be nearly topped off on health. And yeah, I don't want to found an outpost yet. I want to see what's around here first. At the rate that I'm exploring, I probably should expect to run into the computers soon. Okay, there is a haunted graveyard out there and another city-state. I probably want to meet that city-state. It might be early enough in the game that I actually have a chance at negotiating with them. I do want to pick this up now. But I've got the tower, and now I can think about building a city somewhere. Since I know roughly where this city-state is, I know kind of area to maybe avoid. It would be good to know what's out to the west a little bit more. Again, I kind of want to block that cave entrance there, just in case there's a city-state down there that expands aggressively. I'm thinking this spot here might be a good one. Puts me pretty close to all these resources in this area. In fact, there's sheep right next to it, so it would grow quickly, and a quarry. It's not taking up anything useful on its own, and I could use the work camp to block that, to block this if I felt it was necessary. Right now there's nobody down there though, so I don't quite need to worry about it yet. I think that's what I'm leaning towards. Go this way and slap an outpost down right over there. Seems like a good spot for a city. I do need to watch out for that haunted graveyard, because that could send some unpleasant stuff my direction. Am I building a unit? Okay, I am still building an honor guard. It's just a little slow. The Hollow Devotion would speed that up, but no, I want the Oath Square. I want the Oath Square. We can afford one more honor guard after this. You can tell I'm not really building the Sworn Guards. I used to think they were absolutely awful. In retrospect, they do fill a useful role. As you can see, I've been using them to get the enemy to charge me repeatedly. So they're not useless. I mean, having a polearm, a tier 1 polearm, has its benefits, but compared to the honor blades, they're just kind of underwhelming. I think, though, that I might build one more. Just for having another polearm, another unit to lure stuff in, and a little bit more variety in my units. So I'll add one more, and then by the time he's done, the O Square will be finished, and I can make the Seal Bearers. And I'm definitely going to want to get a couple of those out. Now that this is cheaper, I can upgrade the stone walls here, and continue to prep that for becoming a future outpost. I probably won't get this in time, unfortunately. Founding or absorbing cities takes -2 turns, and they get an extra population. I don't know. At 7 turns away, it might be worth actually waiting for it just for the extra population. So we'll see how the kind of math works out when that gets close. I got Focus Aim and have no units that I can actually use it on right now. Empowered Strikes, this is what I wanted. And if Monk pops up next, I'll grab that too. Monks are cool. But yeah, I want Empowered Strikes first. Okay, we can go ahead and cast Focus Aim. It doesn't benefit anyone right now, but... Well, I guess it benefits this guy. He's the only person who gets anything out of it. I want to make sure they're near enough to the dragon so that they can protect each other. I kind of want to go meet that city-state with my dragon on this turn, but I don't think it's safe to do. Gosh, there is also an umbral nest right there, or not umbral nest, but umbral gate right there that could be a problem. Alright, my decision is to go this way for now. We'll meet the city-state later. If I don't get him, I don't get him. It's not the end of the world, but it'd be nice to pick up another one. I don't have the Whispering Stone to give them right now, but what I would probably do is take it away from these guys, because they're so far to the south that it's unlikely the AI is going to meet them. Did I just not see that down there? It's just totally free production stash waiting to be picked up. All Alright, we got desert over here. I'm gonna keep going this way. A lot of desert over here. Negotiation succeeded. Alright, Pact of Loyalty. And we're at the end of the turn. And with that, I think the end of this first episode. We'll save it here before I found the city, and then you guys can kind of let me know what you think about what's going on, offer some useful tips. This is a live series, so I'll be incorporating your feedback in every episode whenever it is possible for me to do so. So I hope you'll leave your comments, thoughts, and ideas down below. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Hope you're excited for this new series, and I will see you all again in the next episode. Special thanks to all my Patreon supporters, including Tier 3 supporters Blitz, Dawson Horner, Jimbro, and Sarah Feingold. Thanks so much, everybody.